no matter how hard things get, there's always a rainbow around the corner, no matter what your circumstances or your situation looks like right now. It can always change and it always will change. And I feel like this is a sign to keep believing, to keep faith, to have hope, to continue to believe in your dreams no matter what your circumstances look like right now. This is a season of overflow. And we're going to do a little bit of channeling today because there's a few messages that are coming through. But I just kind of feel like, I know it's hard. It's easier to say than actually do, but sometimes it's hard when someone tells you to stop worrying or stressing or like just release the heaviness when your life feels really heavy and you feel like you can't hold yourself up anymore. And so I want to say that Spirit is here, the universe, God is here. There is purpose to this journey, and you're not doing it alone. You are not alone. There is elevation to your circumstances, to your journey, to where you're going. There is an overflow that is meant for you and you alone. And this overflow that is coming in is going to spill over onto everyone else that is around you. Or maybe there isn't, but it's going to spill over so much so that whoever it touches is also receiving this abundance as well, and it isn't in a way that affects you negatively. And so the messages coming through from Spirit this morning was almost as if like you're going to begin to acquire certain things. Almost like when I was seeing it, it was like the way in which it was coming through was like houses or homes or just assets. There's things that you're going to begin to acquire, and maybe this is not something that you have really had experience with or you've had in the past. Maybe your journey has felt not like an uphill battle, but just like a constant battle. Like it's a never-ending battle, you're always at the front of the war. And so it's like you're about to acquire many things that are elevating your life in the ways that you've always needed. And so for some of you, the things that you won't really need to ever worry about are things such as your own stability, your security in life, maybe even emotionally as well, your own fulfillments, the things that you have lacked and have had to learn or move through or learn lessons around, and potentially even had very big core wounds that you have had to reopen and discover and identify and work through yourself. The things that you lack will no longer be things that you lack in the future that you're walking into, which is right now. And the thing I kept seeing before is like really odd, but it was like ordering a car. For some reason, like ordering a car, and then I like the color blue, Tesla. Those are the things that are just coming up, and then like a fully furnished house, rent paid, deposits, like having enough to have deposits to put down on something. So it's like you're acquiring things. Spirit is coming in and providing for you, and it's almost as if like you're acquiring things that are actually building this stability. It's giving you a platform in which maybe you've never had in order to sustain what you're about to receive. And so that's what I kept hearing is like, you're acquiring a lot of things. These are physical, tangible, maybe not tangible, not always tangible. I'm like, you can't really hold a house, but physical, tangible things. You're about to start acquiring a lot of things that are going to start to belong to you or have your name under it. And then I heard that before. It's like ordering things, maybe online shopping. I also heard, I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. I think it's Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley. I think it is, and I think it's one of the ending scenes where she's like talking to her father, and she's like fallen in love with Mr. Darcy, and she wants to get married, and she's like, they're asking for his permission, and it's like, absolutely nobody saw this coming. Nobody could have predicted it. She's like so reserved and keeps things to herself. You would just have never expected that from her. And maybe this is what it's going to begin to look like for you as well. It's like there may be a lot of people that are trying to anticipate the next steps or the next moves that you're going to make, and maybe they're finding it difficult to do so, right? Because it's like you're keeping it locked down, you're keeping it to yourself. It's like, and maybe this isn't on purpose, maybe it's just who you are, but it's like you're keeping the things that you want to yourself until they're actually here, until they're actually yours. And so it's almost as if like the reality in which that you have created with the choices that you have made and the belief and faith that you've had in God, the universe, spirit, and also yourself is about to manifest into your life. And I feel like it's about to shock so many people in your life because nobody knows. It's like you're an enigma. It's like nobody expects the things that you're about to step into, right? They don't expect them from you. Take that however it resonates. And so back to this scene, right? So she's fallen in love with this guy. She's talking to her father, and her father's like, well, of course you're going to have more finer, carriages and houses than Jane, which is Jane is her sister. But is this something that you really want? And so for some of you, this might resonate in a way where it's like maybe finances and money and cash flow and like jobs, income, that kind of thing has been something that's always been maybe something that has not really come that easy to you, but has always been something that you really wanting to build like some sort of structure or foundation where you really never have to worry about that again. You don't have to ever want to have to worry about, where it's going to come from, what it's going to look like, what you have to do. But one thing that's always been true is like it's not the most important thing. It's not the most important thing. And if you got a chance at something that truly means something to you, you'll go after it. It's like money is not your motivation, but it is something that you'd love to have. It is something that you'd love to have more of. And so there are choices that are coming up, and I urge you to continue to be authentic to yourself and follow this path, because you are going to receive it. And it doesn't matter what your circumstances are. It doesn't matter what things look like right now. Things can change so quickly. So quickly. Things can change. The universe sees you. It knows you. It acknowledges all of your prayers, all of the things that you want, all the things that you have said, all the tears that you have shed. They have been seen. They have been witnessed. They will be no more. And so, breathe easy. Breathe easy knowing that there is something quite, I want to say amazing because it feels like that, but it also feels like just this sense of peace and freedom and just a life that feels more abundant and that reflects outwardly what you have internally worked on for what feels like lifetimes. So I'm so proud of you. You should be really proud of yourself and the journey that you have taken. But there's some good things coming. There's some good things coming. The energy. Okay? And whether this is like the things that you've done or it's just divine timing, I feel like it's a combination of both, right? Because it's like you've been on this journey, you've been doing the things. Yes, they have worked. It's just taken time to manifest in your life. And maybe you've questioned the why. Maybe you've questioned why me, or why has it taken this long? But what I will say, it's always going to be worth it. And it feels so abundant. It feels unlike anything that you've ever experienced. This type of euphoria that cannot be taken away. And that's because of you. That is because of you. So Spirit it's bringing you the assistance tenfold. Everything that you have put out is coming back to you tenfold. All of it is coming back to you. This is the season of reciprocity.